Alright guys, this is my 96 Subaru Impreza Outback Sport. After many people suggested, I finally went out and I bought a Harbor Freight, kind of cheap, whatever, fuel pressure gauge, and I got it in line with the T here. The car's been running now for about 2 minutes, and the pressure has not jumped above 27 psi. Now somebody mentioned on the forum that I should be seeing about 35. So obviously that's a bit low. The car hasn't started dying yet, so I'm gonna wait exactly until it does that. But it also said I should be see between 40 and 45 psi with the vacuum hose disconnected from the pressure regulator. So I'm gonna do that, which is down over here somewhere. There it is. Get my hand in there. I'm trying to look through the camera is my problem right now. Oh, it's starting to die a little bit. All right, so that's unplugged. And with it unplugged, I'm only getting 35, which is what I should get with it plugged in. So I'm pretty sure it might be the fuel pump, guys. It's got 215,000 miles on it right now. So that's what I'm beginning to think is what's going on here. Like I said, I'm gonna wait just to verify. I'm gonna wait until it starts to die and then go from there. But as for right now, I'm kind of doing that. I mean, I don't know exactly if this one's gonna work. I have one over here though, wherever it is. Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff stacked. I'm trying to consolidate space in my garage over here, but I have this one here. This is out of a 93 1.8. I don't see it being too different. I really couldn't find too much information if they cross. Obviously, when I look up on the on Advanced Auto and stuff, or any of the auto parts websites, it shows me a different one. But my friend ran this one in his 93 Impreza before the transmission took a dump, with a 2.5 with 1.8 injection, and it never had a problem. So I'm thinking I might just stick this in there real quick, see if it makes a difference. I don't know, but yeah, this one was working totally fine. The car that it came out of only had 130 or 140,000 miles, which is, you know, almost 60,000 miles less than my current car, even though that's getting pretty close to the borrowed time and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen here. Yeah, it drops on pretty low actually. Holy crap. So now it's almost at, it's a 26, almost 25. And I'm beginning to think, guys, that you might be right with the whole fuel pump being the issue now. I have pretty easy access to it actually, although I have tires in the back of my car right now and the doors are probably locked. They're not good, but I have pretty quick access to it right now. That's unlocked, luckily. These are my winter tires, excuse the mess, but there it is right there. So hopefully I can get into it. I might just swap it out. I'll probably swap it out and then post this on the forums to verify, but it's not that hard of a job, at least, which is nice. So but I'm gonna cut the video right now, and like I said, I'm gonna wait till it dies, make sure like the fuel pressure drops off at a certain amount, and if it does, basically replace the pump. Obviously, one more thing as well is this fuel pump, this fuel filter is brand spanking new. I mean, it probably has 800 miles on it, if even that. So there's no way this is clogged, causing this pressure to be low. This is a brand new filter. Otherwise, I would have done it before if I didn't know, or if I was questionable about the filter itself. So obviously, this is good. There's no kinks or anything causing it to be less. I mean, I guess if there's a kink, it might even be higher. But yeah, right now sitting at about 24 psi. Which, like I said, spec was 35. But now I'm going to cut the video instead of keep rambling on here, and I'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take a picture of it when it dies or something like that, because I don't really have the ability to splice in videos together. So I'll post on the forum though what's going on, guys. I really do appreciate all the input. Another thing is, somebody mentioned the idle air control valve as well. I might take a look at that. We'll see. But for now, I'm just going to end this video, and I'll talk about it on the forum in text rather than video, and kind of see ramble on, because now this is like a 5-minute video, and I hate making long videos where I just ramble on and talk, because I could do it forever. So thanks, guys. I really do appreciate all the input. Like I said, it's low. All right. Alright guys, I'm going to try to splice this into the other video of the vehicle running with fuel pressure, but the 96 and the 93 fuel pumps are not the same. My buddy's Forester is, but unfortunately I don't feel like going up there and doing that. So since the car was free and cheap, I decided to kind of jerry-rig this because, well, if it doesn't work, I have one up on the hill that I have to go get. This is the 96's fuel pump. As you can see, it's pretty small. There's a sock right there. It's actually pretty clean, so I know it wasn't getting clogged up and then not working. Oh, there's still fuel in it. But as you can see, it's got a modular style plug here. My phone doesn't want to focus, you fuck. There we go. Just gotta tell it. So there's that. And then the 93s is, well, roughly about twice the diameter. This is the actual sending unit for the 96. As you can see, it has 3, I'm assuming, for pressure out, return, and then something for the evaporative emission system. The plugs are the same, luckily. Here's the 93 sending unit, or what's left of it. Obviously, as you can see here, 96 on the top there. Focus, you fuck. One on the top's the 96, one on the bottom's the 93. As you can see, they're pretty similar except for the one extra outlet or inlet, depending on what I'm looking at there. I'm not really 100% sure, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So obviously I couldn't just drop the 93 in because I'd have a check engine light for emissions or something. So what I did was, as I disassembled this one, it was actually completely different. Everything is different on this one. It's way smaller, way less, streamlined, stuff like that. Where this one is got so many extra, like the float is even completely different on it. So what it is, I took out the gigantic fuel pump, grabbed the, took it out of there, and all I really did was I barely had to bend these little feet down, because these kind of hold it. If you can see there on the bottom, I can't see where my phone's at, but focus, you fuck. There we go. Yeah, so I bent those down just a little bit, and then the fuel pump set in there perfectly, and it actually butted up against with this hose really nice. So I kind of like wedged it in there and connected the hose. And what I did is, unfortunately I didn't want to cut it, but I did, is I cut the modular connector off of the 96, and the 93 had these screw-on style ones. So I obviously made sure I verified the polarity on it and everything's good. So I connected negative, positive. I kind of ruined this boot taking off because it's like frozen on there, but whatever, it should be fine. And then I am a zip tie technician after all. Now this is actually really sturdy. I don't think it's going to come out of there, but I am going to throw a few zip ties around here just to be safe. I don't want the thing floating around the tank or pulling off. But I know some guys might give me flack for doing that, but unfortunately the car was $500. Well, it was free for me. It's $500 to my friend. He took parts, and then it was free for me. And I have these extra parts, so I'm going to use them. This is, like I said, a pump is out of a car with like 130,000 miles. So if anything, if the average life of a fuel pump is roughly 150,000, I still got about 20,000 miles on this before I have to spend the $100 to get an actual replacement. Which, if I do, I have the connector still here and all the hoses and everything, so it's not a big deal. I just want this thing to run for the summer, and then if I need to buy a fuel pump after that, that's fine. I just want to basically see if it will work anyway. Hopefully it does. I really don't see an issue with it needing, for anything else to be not working, so I'm going to throw some zip ties on this. Like I said, I'll try to splice this video, and then I will shoot a video of the fuel pressure afterwards, and I hope that God, it is actually normal 35, and then with the pressure regular off, it should be 45-ish, 40 to 45, and hopefully that's what will fix my issue. Then I'll drive it, and hopefully I won't have any more update videos. I'll have an update saying that I fixed it, not an update video saying I still have the same problem. Because this is a lot of work I really didn't want to do, but whatever, I got the day off of work, so I might as well dick around with the car a bit. So hopefully I can splice this in with Windows Media or Windows Video, whatever, player, video viewer, I don't remember. I used to use it back in the day, I don't know anymore. But hopefully this works out, so now it'll be about a 10-minute video rather than a 5-minute video, which I thought was too long. But hey, whatever. I'll post this on the forums, the Ultimate Subaru forum, and then obviously Naziak, if I remember, although it doesn't really appear to be too helpful for me. I have like one person respond because I don't have a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15 Impreza or WRX. So the Ultimate Subaru forum, thumbs up. You guys have been super helpful. Naziak, I'm kind of disappointed actually. You seem to have more people, but everybody seems to have a newer one and don't really seem to have any knowledge on the older ones, which is unfortunate, although I totally understand why. Just doesn't help me out. But Ultimate Subaru forum, you guys have been great. I greatly appreciate all your input and suggestions for how to look everything up. But I'm going to go throw us back in the car and put it all back together, and hopefully soon I'll have it started up and running with the fuel pressure. So hang tight, even though you're not going to actually be waiting because of video magic. I'll turn on the camera again and it'll be running. So see you in a bit. Well guys, with the new fuel pump in, I'm not really seeing a change. Maybe good for the good, maybe good for the better. But I got the new fuel pump in. No leaks up here, no leaks underneath. I obviously, I checked out the wiring too just to verify everything was all kosher with everything, and it is. So that's good. But with the vacuum hose on the fuel pressure regulator, I still got a little bit over 25 psi. Although it seemed to start a lot better, so I don't know. It might have just been because I cycled the key so many times to make sure I had fuel pressure throughout the system, but I don't know. It doesn't really seem to have helped that much, although, like I said, it is a fuel pump with way less miles. Either way, I'm still going to post this, but I don't know, guys. I guess the next step now is basically to clean the idle air control valve and then go from there. Then again, I haven't test drove it at all, but I figure while I have everything apart and everything, all my tools out and everything, I might as well do that. So I'm going to head up to the auto parts store, grab some cleaner, and see if they got a gasket. I do have brake clean, but I like to do something a little bit less harsh than that, but whatever. And see what happens, I mean, the worst thing that happens is it doesn't fix it, and I didn't spend really any money, so whatever, but I would have liked to have fixed it today. We'll see. So I'm going to run up to the auto parts store, get some throttle body intake cleaner, carb choke cleaner, whatever you want to call it, and clean the idle air control valve next. But I am kind of bummed that it didn't really change the pressure at all. I was hoping to. Unless, of course, the pressure readings that I get from this Harbor Freight $18 fuel pressure gauge is wrong, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But we'll see what happens, guys. Keep you updated. Alright guys, final update before I drive it. So obviously the fuel pump didn't really change anything unless the gauge is completely inaccurate. I still got it hooked up over there. I got to take that off before I go ahead and drive it. I went and removed the idle air control valve. I had the engine revving at about 2,500, 3,000 RPMs. Took it off. Straight a crap load of cleaner in there. Some guys said seafoam. I really don't believe in that junk. So I just took some really good throttle body intake cleaner and sprayed it in there. Sprayed about half a can in there. And I mean, it's still idle's kind of low. Like I said, I didn't think that was the issue at all. And I took the top of it off, and I made sure to verify where it was at before, and I put it back in the exact same spot. But I was totally able to spin the piece very easily. So I don't think that was the issue at all. But you never know. I mean, maybe there's just enough in there to make it act weird. Who knows? But of course, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I think I mentioned in the thread, but not in the video, that of course the elbow off the intake, after I JB welded it, broke off right again. So basically fucked my life. But what I did instead, and I'll walk out and show you, is see, look, it's idling pretty good actually. It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of a shake, but whatever. But yeah, what I did is I went to the Home Depot and I grabbed the 3/8. Oh, focus, you fuck. I had a 2-inch 3/8 adapter, and it went into the intake, as you can see. I threaded it into the part that was left, and then I got a 90-degree, and then another piece 2 inches of like connector, and then a hose clamp, because the connector, 3/8 connector, is slightly smaller than the hose, and whatever. So I connected that and threw some JB weld on there for a good seal. It says to wait 15 hours, but I decided to not listen to that because, well, I want to drive the car and see what's wrong today, so if I need to, I can figure it out tomorrow. Yeah, so idle air control valves fixed, or cleaned, I guess, the dirty way, I guess, not the correct way if I want to take it apart. Parts store said it would be like a couple days to get the gasket, which, whatever, I'm not going to take it off and potentially not have my car for a couple days, even though I don't really have it right now anyway. Whatever. So I decided just to clean it the old dirty way. Yeah, and that's about it. That's all I got done today is fuel pressure. Replaced the fuel pump with a lower mileage, known good one from a car that ran perfectly fine. And cleaned the idle air control valve. I don't know if either one of these are going to fix it. Like I said, last time I drove the car, it took 40 miles before it started running really bad, but it was doing the exact same thing. I can't think of anything else that could conceivably be wrong with the car. You know, I don't know. So any other suggestions, let me know. I'm going to try to blend all 3 of these videos together and see how it turns out. I think I can do it off my phone, but if not, I'll put it on my computer and try to do it with Windows Movie Maker. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Thank you.